Hi, hello, and welcome everyone to another episode of the Blade Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Sturden, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Blake Williams.
And we're joined by Joseph and Miss Gay. How are y'all doing today?
Doing good.
So, Joseph, tell us a little about you. Where did you grow up, and how old are you?
I grew up in Baskley for 2 years, and I lived in Swainsboro for the rest.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 14.
Okay, and you are in 8th grade, right? Okay, how is it so far? Are you glad it's almost over?
Yeah.
I bet. So, tell us about your teacher, Miss Gay. Is she she's your favorite?
Probably.
She's not holding you hostage here, is she? Making sure.
Yeah. So, have you enjoyed her class this year?
That's been fun.
Do you still teach?
I teach reading now.
Oh, really? Do you enjoy that
Yes.
better?
I enjoy it a lot.
All right, I'll say that.
But I did love teaching social studies too.
Understandable.
Yeah.
So, being in middle school. Sorry. Being in middle school, being in beta, you've been in it for how many years now?
I think 5.
Okay, so you started in elementary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How has it been so far? Do you really enjoy beta?
Yeah, that's fun.
Is it something you can see yourself doing throughout high school as well?
Yes.
Okay. Has there been any sort of favorite competition that you like to do, or favorite conference, or something that you guys do regularly that you enjoy the most?
We don't really do it regularly, but like the conventions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
What I was thinking about doing this year was the Quiz Bowl, because I did it last year.
Yeah.
And I like that because it's not really like you don't have to study one thing. It's different questions. So you could be talking about like the Mona Lisa and then go to talking about like which country this is and stuff like that. So I thought that was fun. But this year I decided just to do technology because I wanted something different to do.
And you enjoy that?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Speaking of the conference in Savannah, you guys went this past November, right?
Yes.
Okay. On that convention, I heard that while you guys were at a trampoline park, you saw a disabled veteran and you decided to help them. How did that happen, and why did you decide to do it?
I decided to help him because since he's a disabled veteran, I remember my grandpa and my grandma too, and my grandpa, he got injured because his left eye, he's blind in that eye, so I know how hard it is for him to see and walk around and everything, so I wanted to try to help him the bestest way I can, and so I gave him some money so he could get him a meal to eat.
Okay.
Did this inspire you to want to go into the military at any point?
At one point it did.
Because your parents or your grandparents you said earlier that your father was in the Army.
Yeah.
What branch would you go into?
Either the Navy or Air Force.
So no Marines? Bummer.
What is it? So you were there, right? What
Yes.
happened when you saw that? What was your reaction?
Well, I saw the homeless veteran come in. He was in a wheelchair, and he went to the vending machine and needed help putting the coins in. He wanted a bag of chips, so he asked me if I'd help him. So I put the coins in for him and got his chips out. And then Joseph came over before he was about to leave the trampoline park, and I saw Joseph give him some money.
Mm-hmm.
And the man was very appreciative and thanked Joseph and made the comment that he was going to go get something good to eat, that he was going to go to Waffle King and have a good lunch. And so I was, it really touched my heart that Joseph did that. And so because service is a big part of junior beta, it was nice to see Joseph doing something nice, without even hesitation.
Right. Just shows his character.
Yes, very much.
Did you give him the rest of your cash too?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's crazy. That's really nice. And now we're back with the JCs. How are y'all doing today?
Good. How about you?
Of course. So the fundraiser that you guys did, when was that, by the way?
April 24th, Saturday.
Something like about 2 weeks ago, maybe. Well, like a week and a half at this point. What was the fundraiser like supposed to be?
The fundraiser was the JC's helping out the junior beta, Swainsboro Middle School junior beta, to go to nationals. So we wanted to give them raise enough funds to where we can give them a good chunk to take with them.
Okay, what was the process at the fundraiser? Like, what were y'all doing to raise the money?
Chicken plate sales.
That sounds really good right
It's a good one.
now. And the entire beta kids, they were all invited to come, right? To
Yes.
help out. And what did they do? They help, like, move stuff around, cook, or hand out plates?
Mhm.
Okay.
Basically, we wanted them to hand out the plates to the community that came and
Mhm.
picked up their plates,
Yeah.
so they could interact with them and see who was actually supporting them.
Yeah. Okay. And Joseph was the only one.
Yes.
Wow. Out of how many kids?
That's a good question for the teacher. 24.
24. Wow. Were you surprised when you were the only one there?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I bet y'all were surprised too.
Yeah.
Only
Oh, yeah.
one kid.
But we did later find out that all we needed was one, because he was all around great kid, very interactive with his community, very helpful with us.
I mean,
And we saw it in him that he wanted to be there, that he wanted to be involved in his community.
definitely, especially what he did with the veteran on the convention. I mean, he's definitely a big helper. So that is very nice. And so you guys, since he was the only one, you guys presented him with a special check for being the only one there.
Yes. What we done was, we've heard this story about the veterans, and both of us is actually veterans.
Really?
My vice president of fair this year is actually a veteran also.
Okay.
And it touched us real deep that he done that on his own, and not to mention, out of 24, he was the only one that showed up.
Mhm.
And to me, that was selfless service. He's there to help everybody, not just himself.
Yeah.
And when we seen that, it just touched us, and we was,
You had
the
to
last
do
thing he
something.
should have to worry about is how much of this money is he going to get if he needed it or not.
Right.
But I think it was just a good thing to see him there.
Were you,
And-
were you surprised?
Yes.
Really? I bet. If I was the only one there, already surprised, and then given a special check, I would have been really surprised too.
He deserved every bit of it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Do you see yourself as a future JC's member?
Maybe.
We'd be honored to have you.
Absolutely.
You definitely fit in.
You have the traits, yeah.
Yeah, we need younger guys like him that has the will, that has the drive, and that, like Jamie said, service over self. And I mean, that's most important. We don't have that a lot these days.
No.
But to see him come out and shine like that without even wanting or needing to shine
Yeah.
was very refreshing for us.
For like a refresher, what exactly is the JC's?
Essentially, the Swainsboro Junior Chamber of Commerce is what it is. We take young men and mold them into great leaders, and we've had a lot, prosper. We've had members who couldn't sit here and talk to y'all without being a nervous wreck, and one of them is now a national vice president for the
Wow.
JCs. We've had several state presidents. So, I mean, it's a good thing to get out and help the community, especially if you got a heart like him.
Right.
On behalf of the Swainsboro JCs and Joseph, we would like to present this check for $3,500 to Swainsboro Middle School Junior Beta team to go to nationals. Thank you,
Wow.
Joseph, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Congrats. All right, everyone at home, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for coming out. Greatly appreciate it. And hope we take care of that check. And as always, have a great day.